Cherry Muddle is a senior Great Barrier Reef campaigner at the Australian Marine Conservation Society and joins us from Southwest Rocks in Australia. Cherry, thank you so much for your time. Since you've been taking a keen interest in the Great Barrier Reef, how much have you seen it change?
Look, I first dived the Great Barrier Reef, or snorkeled rather, as a child, and then spent my adulthood diving various beautiful coral reefs. It's an expansive, immense reef, and there has been huge changes in the last 10, 20, and even the last few years. We've seen 4 mass coral bleaching events since 2016. So it's really devastating to see these changes unfold before my eyes.
Are the corals recovering as quickly as they used to? You say 4 bleaching events. How quickly does the coral recover?
The coral can recover, but it does need time. The science is not 100%, but they say around a 10-year window is a good reprieve for corals. We know that there are some species of corals that are fast growing. They're often termed weedy corals called aquapora that do recover faster. However, these are the first corals that are impacted by extreme weather events like storms and cyclones. They often snap off. They're also the first corals to bleach when the water is too hot.
Do you think a $1 billion pledge by the government is enough?
Look, $1.2 billion is a good step. The Great Barrier Reef generates $6 billion every year for the Queensland and Australian economy, and it supports 64,000 jobs. So 1 billion is great, but so much more is still needed to protect our precious Great Barrier Reef.
And do you think there is a commitment there? Many people would say that the previous Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, didn't really believe in the climate crisis, but you have a new Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese.
Well, we've seen some really great steps. So the current government have increased their emissions reduction policy to 43%, which is an improvement on the previous target. But 43% is still not enough to save the Great Barrier Reef. We need a stronger, a faster, a bigger climate policy with actionable steps. We need an emissions reduction target of 75% if we have a chance of holding global warming to 1.5 degrees, which is the critical temperature threshold for the survival of coral reefs around the world, not just the Great Barrier Reef.
Wow, Cherry, I wonder if you may have just answered your own question. 75% reduction in emissions, and it has to happen now. Thank you so much indeed. Cherry Muddle in Southwest Rocks in Australia.